Hey everybody, Brandon Lawrence here at Local 5. Thank you for coming over to Facebook Live, to YouTube, to WeAreIowa.com, the We Are Iowa app. Wherever you are watching us from, it is time for another update here. It is a few minutes after 12 o'clock and we just wrapped up our midday show, and now we've got some new data to share with you about the incoming winter storm, the wind, the snow, the dangerous cold that's coming, and we'll try to make sense of it all for you. I do want you to know your comments, I will take a look at them on Facebook Live, but I do want to give you a good explanation. So if you comment something and I don't answer right away, just hang on tight for me. See if I answer it, and if not, at the very end here, I will pull up my phone and see if I can see your comment and try to answer it to the best of my ability. But I do want to go through what I've got here to let you know, break it all down in a very good explanation so that hopefully your question will be answered here with our live stream. So the entire state of Iowa, every single county, is under a winter storm watch. Notice the time. It starts tomorrow in the afternoon and goes until late Friday. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday where we have this winter storm watch. Now, keep in mind, a watch means we are literally watching for those conditions, and then when this gets upgraded to a warning, we know that those conditions are happening or they are likely. That will probably happen, I would think, this afternoon, because usually it happens about 24 hours before the event begins. So we probably will see this watch replaced with a winter storm warning, or maybe even a blizzard warning in some areas later on today. We also could see wind chill alerts that come out later today for the impending dangerous cold that will be coming. So right now, whole state's under a winter weather watch, a winter storm watch, that is. This is for Wednesday through Friday. I will say this, and I told the newsroom this morning that I will say it until I'm blue in the face. The biggest threats with this particular storm will be the wind and the subsequent cold, the cold that follows after it. The snow is there, and yes, we will be getting accumulating snow, and it will be the biggest snow we've had so far this winter. But when you see the map of the snow totals, I think you'll probably be a bit surprised to see they're not as high as what you've seen floating around on social media, maybe what your weather app says, and there's a few reasons for that. I'm not saying we won't have snow, because we certainly will, but the wind and the cold will be the primary threats here. Thankfully, ice is not really a concern with this one. So the storm is developing and forming right as we speak, and it will get underway for our state tomorrow, Wednesday. This begins in northern and western Iowa around lunchtime. There could be scattered light snow showers or flurries ahead of that Wednesday morning, but I don't think those will cause any problems. By Wednesday, late afternoon and evening, that is when conditions quickly start to deteriorate. And Wednesday evening is likely when the heaviest snow will fall. This will continue late Wednesday night, overnight while we sleep, through Thursday morning. There still could be some heavier snow before the sun comes up Thursday, and then quickly this will come to an end. I actually think the accumulating snow will be over before lunchtime on Thursday. That does not mean the impacts will be over. There will still be a lot of wind. In fact, the wind won't start until Thursday, and then the cold air will be there. This will also affect areas to our east. So 8 o'clock Thursday night, big winter storm in Chicago, in Milwaukee, over in Michigan, in Indiana. So if you have travel plans, you still want to be keeping an eye on this carefully. It'll eventually make its way towards the Great Lakes, affecting Ohio, Detroit, New York, Pennsylvania into Friday. So here's what I'm thinking travel-wise for central Iowa and for pretty much our entire state. The first part of Wednesday should be fine. If you are adjusting travel plans and you are planning to go on Wednesday, the morning will certainly be better. Later in the day, the conditions will go downhill. So the earlier you go, the better off you'll be, unless you are headed west towards Nebraska and the Dakotas, in which case you will encounter snow that way. Fair conditions for travel first thing in the day, then later on the snow comes in the afternoon and evening. I've labeled it bad conditions for Thursday and Friday. Thursday, the snow ends in the morning, but blizzard conditions will still be a big concern because the strong winds will take hold on Thursday and they will stay with us all the way through Friday. Friday's still not good for travel. Blowing snow, wind, and severe cold in the forecast for Friday. So here's kind of a timeline of that snow. I have it right now starting about 4:30 to 5 p.m. on Wednesday for Des Moines. It is possible it'll be a couple of hours earlier. I would say after 12 p.m. on Wednesday is when snow is fair game, and then it will make its way into central Iowa, especially as the afternoon goes on. It sticks around. This is the accumulating snow all night, and then into Thursday continues through the morning, and then by Thursday 9 or 10 a.m. this will come to an end. That's the accumulating snow. There will still be blowing snow, there may still be flurries, and it's all going to get whipped around in the wind, so it'll still look like it's snowing, but it's just not really falling and sticking anymore. Futurecast has been updated. The first part of the day, as we said, cloudy. That's what I mean when there could be isolated lighter snow showers or flurries. That'll be through lunchtime. But then it gets going at 12 noon in western and northwestern Iowa. And watch how quickly it becomes more intense, but it also moves to the east. By 3 p.m., this is heavy snow over western Iowa at 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. It is already along Highway 169 between Fort Dodge down to Jefferson and Boone County. 169 I don't think goes through Jefferson, goes through Boone County, but both Greene and Boone County will have it at that time. And then it goes down to Guthrie Center, Adel, and even as far south as Creston. This particular model says snow could even begin in Des Moines as soon as 3 o'clock. This will still be light to moderate snow. The heavy snow quickly comes in during the evening. Wednesday evening's commute will be messy because that snow will be coming down. And then it continues all through the evening. This is 8 o'clock tomorrow night when a pretty widespread heavy snow is occurring, and it will continue through the overnight hours, and then it will start to come to an end by Thursday. There's going to be sort of a two-part here where the first part rolls through Wednesday evening, and then there will be one more wave of snow that comes in overnight into Thursday morning. This is 7 a.m. Thursday, where that snow is primarily over eastern and southeastern Iowa and is out of here, but where you see all these yellow wind barbs, that is where the wind is very strong and blizzard conditions are still expected. All right, here's the map that everybody wants to see. How much snow? What will the accumulation be like? I think Des Moines, Ames, Fort Dodge, Grinnell wind up between 4 and 7 inches. This is going to be a tricky snow forecast, and truthfully, once the wind picks up, it'll be impossible to accurately measure it anyway, because it'll just get tossed around and blown around and it will be drifting. But that's generally what I'm thinking. Most of the models are in agreement there. There are a few models that have us higher than 7 inches, but it's really going to depend on the rate of snow tomorrow night, just how heavy it gets, which it will be heavy, but also how quickly the precipitation ends altogether. The speed of the system is very important. So I feel good with a 4 to 7 inch range right now. I do think there will be some areas that are a little higher than 7 inches, and I think there could be some areas, especially down in southern Iowa and extreme western Iowa, that actually stay below 3 inches. So it's not a huge blockbuster amount of snow by any means, but it is a major storm because of the wind that will follow. This will be a light and fluffy snow, and that allows that wind to blow it around a lot. So when you're getting prepared, I still recommend having your snow blower, because this light fluffy snow, the wind is going to toss it up against the house, toss it up against your car, it'll be drifting, it will be hard to move, so you will certainly want that snow blower gassed up, even though this is not a foot or more for us this time around. All right, here's the wind, because this is the thing I want you to pay most attention to. The wind will be gusting 20 to 25 miles per hour tomorrow evening. So it's already not great. A big cold front swings in late tomorrow night. This is 12 a.m. on Thursday, midnight tomorrow night. The wind will be relatively calm out ahead of that front. You will know when the front reaches your area because the wind will quickly intensify, gusting 35 to 40 miles per hour. And then that kind of strong wind takes over. This is 8 o'clock Thursday morning, and it stays with us all day Thursday. The wind is coming from the northwest. It'll gust as high as 40 miles per hour through 8 o'clock Friday morning, maybe some that could be 45 to 50 miles per hour, and it stays that way even on Friday afternoon, which is why Friday's travel conditions really won't be much better than Thursday. Then by Saturday, 8 a.m., it is still windy, but Saturday, what we call the pressure gradient starts to relax. The storm system continues to move to the east, and the wind will start to calm down during the day Saturday. The sun will also come out on Saturday, which will help us some. Then there is the bitter cold element of this. Tomorrow evening, wind chills are in the single digits to teens, already pretty cold. Then, remember that front we were talking about with the big increase in winds? By midnight tomorrow night, wind chill is down to minus 12 in Carroll and Fort Dodge, minus 24 in Sioux City and Spencer. By 8 o'clock Thursday morning, dangerous wind chills have taken over the entire state. We will be between 20 and 35 below zero across Iowa for feels like temperatures. That is the air temperature combined with the wind, what it'll feel like to you. At 5 o'clock Thursday, wind chill is between 36 and about 45 below zero. This is dangerous. By Friday morning, still between 35 and 40 below zero. Couple areas that could be 40 to 45 below in northern Iowa. Friday afternoon, still between 25 and 35 below zero. And then by Saturday morning, it is still going to be around that same range. But again, because the wind relaxes some on Saturday, the wind chill will improve a bit. I do want you to know this is the other element. With that cold, frostbite can settle in very quickly. Exposed skin, we can get frostbite in less than a half hour when wind chills drop to 25, 30, 35 below zero. That means areas of exposed skin all need to be covered up. Gloves, hat, a face mask even, earmuffs, scarf, boots. I'm trying to think of everything here. Pants, long johns, if you're going to go out and try to clear that snow. Honestly, I don't know that I would even get my snowblower out until Friday at the earliest, but it's going to be so cold I probably would wait until Saturday unless you absolutely have to go somewhere. But Thursday, when you blow the snow out of the way, the wind will just come back and take over and will blow that snow some more. All right, here's one more look at the cold. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'm getting the days mixed up already. Thursday's high is 2 degrees above zero. And that's going to happen about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then it goes down from there. Wind chill starts out at about 22 below, minus 22 in the morning, and then tanks. Thursday night, we drop to minus 11. That's the actual temperature, minus 33 for the wind chill. Friday afternoon, we stay below zero the entire day. High temperature is minus 3, wind chill is minus 25. Friday night we drop again to minus 7, wind chill's minus 27. Then it's finally Saturday when the actual temperature climbs above zero. It goes to 4 degrees. I know, a big whopping 4 degrees. Wind chill is minus 15. And then Christmas Day. I'll tell you about that too. Christmas Day is Sunday, and we will see a partly sunny sky. The travel conditions will be improving. It will still be bitterly cold in the morning, but the high will be 15 on the plus side. There will be a 20% chance of snow Sunday, but that's going to come late at night and into Monday morning. And that right now looks like it will be about an inch or less. That could change, but right now that's about what it looks like. Holt Plumbing and Heating 10-day forecast. Busy stretch of days. Snow begins in the evening tomorrow. This is your final summary recap. Blizzard conditions Thursday, and then Friday, wind chills in the 20s and 30s below zero. So, that is what I am thinking for our forecast. Let me pull up the live stream really quick and see if there are any questions that I can answer really quick. I went through a ton of information. There's a ton to talk about with this one in general. Okay. Cindy asked, why are we getting the strong winds? That's a really good question. So the area of low pressure is really strong. And low pressure is basically a giant storm. It is very strong, and the stronger it gets, the closer our different levels of pressure get. We call it the pressure gradient, and that creates really strong winds. So the center of low pressure will actually pass over Missouri and Illinois, but we will still get the really intense wind from it. And even 1 or 2 days after it all moves out, the wind doesn't really relax because these storm systems are hundreds of miles wide, if not 1,000 miles wide in some cases. So even when the center of the low pressure is over in Michigan, Ohio, or Indiana, and the snow is over there, we still will be dealing with a very strong wind. Sarah said, do I think air travel will be canceled Thursday? Yes, I do, from Des Moines. I think from just a visibility standpoint, I don't really see how air travel will go as planned on Thursday. I'll be very surprised if they do, but my gut says no, it will not be happening on Thursday. How severe is the storm going to be, and what is the risk of power outages? So we've talked a lot about the severity with the snow, the wind, and the cold, so pretty intense. I'm not too worried, and I'm not a power grid expert. I'm not an electric company. We talked to Mid-American Energy, and they said that they're not quite as concerned about the power outages because we're not dealing with ice. And it is a light, fluffy snow. The heavier, wetter snow typically would be more of a risk for power outages. So hopefully we will not have any major power outages. Cindy said, no, thank you. Please send it away. Cindy, I wish I could. I'm afraid that this one is not going to move away. This one will impact us. The one thing I will say is the amount of snow that we see, that map will change and will get adjusted and fine-tuned a little more over the next couple of days. Bottom line, there's a chance this is 4 inches, there's a chance it is 6, and there is a chance that it's 8. I know that doesn't help a whole lot, but with the wind, it really doesn't matter because as soon as it starts drifting and the wind starts blowing it around, a fair measurement is not going to you're not going to be able to get a good measurement anyway. So we probably won't really know realistically how much snow falls in each place. And the wind will blow it around, and so it's going to be something that you have to clear and that is going to make travel dangerous regardless of exactly how much snow it is. So with that, I am going to let this live stream end. Chief Meteorologist Brad Edwards will be back later on today with more updates, and our team, of course, will be continuing to watch this winter storm over the next several days. I will see you again bright and early at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning on Good Morning Iowa. Have a great day, everybody. Stay safe.